lords and ladies, welcome back to Cartoon Hangout, your place for all things cartoon. We're almost finished with Scooby Month, so be sure to get those comments in on every Scooby-Doo video this month for a chance to win a prize. For more information, click the card in the top right corner of the screen. I'm gonna come right out and say it. I think episode 24, Into the Mouth of Madcap, may have just knocked Sorcerer Snack Scare off its throne for me when it comes to favorite episodes. It's just a totally fun and spooky episode that I was immediately into as soon as I saw there was an evil clown involved.
Is this peer pressure?
In the episode, the gang traveled to a boardwalk carnival of sorts, I guess, which is being terrorized by the evil clown Madcap. He's not a ghost or a monster, just a serial killer clown. We almost had the gang die last episode, and now the show suddenly hints at one of their villains being a murderer? Dang, be cool, Scooby-Doo. I approve. As far as evil clowns go, there's probably too many to list from the Scooby-Doo pantheon of monsters and creeps. There's the one from the 1969 series, but there's been a slew of other ones that I won't even begin to name. So this is another instance where I think the clown is original. Speaking of clowns, I think one of the highlights of the episode was Velma's fear of them. It's not often we get any kind of character arc in these solitary episodes, but we get to see Velma overcome that fear she has and kind of save the day. I mean, not really. The humorous part is she didn't even get a chance to step up, mostly just ended up stepping in the way of the oncoming evil clown and causing him to fall over. Still, I think it was an enjoyable and well-written part of the episode. Fun fact, this is not the first series to feature Velma's fear of clowns. I believe it was also first established in the third season episode of What's New Scooby-Doo, A Terrifying Round with a Menacing Clown. So that's a cool little reference for you Scooby addicts. The episode also featured at least a couple of twists on the typical formula, what with one of the suspects not having the best exits after a thinly veiled threat, or Daphne's nephew speaking up and solving the mystery for everyone, which you'd think would be annoying, but I actually thought was really fun. Oh, and the gang not so much splitting up, but leaving Fred in the lurch. That was sad for Fred, but still amusing. All in all, I really loved this episode. It had a really creepy atmosphere about it, and even I don't know what to call it, but the coloring of the backgrounds even matched the tone. Shading, coloring, I don't know, but it reminded me of the backgrounds of Mystery Incorporated, how they were saturated with neon or dark greens at times to really drive home the terror. The episode didn't go that far, but it definitely helped sell the murderous clown. And speaking of that clown, I think Madcap is my favorite villain in this new iteration so far. He's just so murderously gleeful, and I love it. Plus the fact that the show not so subtly hinted he's a murderer was a great addition. I like when the villains are truly villainous and not just chasing the gang around. I mean, technically yes, the clown turned out to be Oopsie, who likely wasn't going to murder anyone, but the original Madcap? Now that's a character I wish had actually escaped and come back. Before I forget, because I have done so with other references, this episode also features another throwback to the classic series, when the gang see their original designs in a funhouse mirror. It's a goofy little moment, and the gang react, a little unfortunately, with relief that they don't look like that anymore.
Whew, now that's unsettling.
Like, wow, I'm sure glad we don't look like that.
I'm sure it's just meant to be playful, but it does seem to disrespect Iwao Takamoto. Again, I'm sure there was no harm meant in the joke, and I'm just making too big a deal out of it, but I did want to point that out nonetheless. It also served to show us what the classic would look like if the design stayed 100% the same, but used today's technology to recreate it. And that's pretty stinking cool. Reminded me a little of that Adult Swim Scooby-Doo parody that's on. I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyways, that's all I got to say on the episode. It's great, and you should definitely watch it, and you can. If you go and download it from the site, I'll list in the description. Just make sure to leave a reply on the thread, or else you won't be able to get the links. Once you watch it, let me know what your thoughts on it were. And for more reviews, click either of these two annotations. Thanks for watching, and take care.